Before modern science, humans turned to stories to explain the unknown, to understand the origins of the world and civilization, to explain how nature and society functioned. Some of these stories traveled through generations, others with trade and migration, and more still developed all on their own. And in the 18th and 19th century, anthropologists took to comparing these myths from different regions and histories across the world in hopes of finding some unifying patterns within human imagination. By the early 20th century, a prominent shared feature emerged, the central figure of many studied myths, the hero. In 1909, Otto Rank wrote on the myth of the birth of the hero, identifying 12 traits common to the hero character in myths. Lord Raglan followed in 1936 with a 22-point mythic hero archetype that actually served as a sort of point system in an attempt to determine how likely a hero's story was to be mythical or historical. But the seminal work of comparative mythology, at least to popular culture, would come in 1949 with Joseph Campbell's The Hero with a Thousand Faces, where he puts forth the common form for the hero myth. The standard path of the mythological adventure of the hero is a magnification of the formula represented in the rites of passage: separation, initiation, return, which might be named the nuclear unit of the monomyth, or what you've likely heard referred to as the hero's journey. Campbell breaks these 3 acts down further, arriving at 17 stages common to the monomyth. And you can find all of these in many of the greatest films and series ever created. But that doesn't mean you should just start filling in the blanks and pop out a monomyth script. Remember, Campbell was an academic. He studied comparative mythology searching for patterns, not developing a writing technique. The monomyth theory is also often criticized for overgeneralizing from cherry-picked examples, relying on outdated psychoanalysis, overemphasizing male characters, and struggling to translate to minority-led stories. Not to mention, we don't even write myths. We write screenplays. But luckily for us, Christopher Vogler already did the work to translate the monomyth into something more useful for screenwriters in the 1992 book, The Writer's Journey. While we're going to cover the broader points of this text, it's one of a handful of books I recommend every writer actually read. I'll drop a link to the latest edition below, but you can find previous editions and used copies super cheap online. And your local library is very likely to have a copy available to borrow. Vogler simplifies Campbell's 17 stages into just 12. But before he covers those, he focuses on another powerful tool: archetypes. The hero archetype is the same one explored by Rank and Raglan, but Vogler presents a simpler description than their long lists of traits. The hero is someone who's willing to sacrifice for the benefit of someone else or something greater.
Dying for the right cause is the most human thing we can do.
They're willing to do the hard thing and take on the journey.
You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Neo opens his mouth and swallows the red pill. In this way, they're the most active character in the script and drive the narrative forward.
I will take the ring to Mordor.
Though it's often another character that ignites the first spark. Vogler writes that the Herald serves to bring a challenge to the hero, often in the form of a message or invitation. Hagrid slaps a soggy envelope into Harry's hand. Harry opens it. Reads,
Dear Mr. Potter, we are pleased to inform you that you have been accepted at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry.
Or is a character that announces or pretends the coming of significant change.
You don't understand. Your world's gonna end.
The perp blinks inhumanly.
What the hell are you?
But you can also just think of them as the character who delivers the inciting incident.
The supers aren't gone, Mr. Incredible. You're still here. You can still do great things. Or you can listen to police scanners. Your choice.
The Herald catalyzes our story and introduces the main conflict.
Now, the time has come for us to select one courageous young man and woman for the honor of representing District 12 in the 74th Annual Hunger Games.
For which our hero will likely need a bit of help to prepare. The mentor is a teacher.
This time, let go your conscious self.
Ben places a helmet on Luke's head which covers his eyes.
And act on instinct.
A gift giver.
Your father's lightsaber.
Ben hands Luke the saber.
This is the weapon of a Jedi Knight.
And a protector. A push from the rodent sends Luke crashing through tables. Old Ben's laser sword sparks to life, and in a flash, an arm lies on the floor. They arm the hero with tools both physical.
Work with me now. It's all in the head. Yeah, it's all in the hips. It's all in the hips.
Get off of me!
And mental.
Think of a place that's really perfect. Your own happy place. Go there, and all your anger will just disappear. Then putt.
While sheltering them until they've learned enough to take care of themselves.
So, I want you to put off joining the Pro Tour for a while. We got a lot of work to do before you go out there and compete with those real professionals.
And to take on those that would stand in their way. Threshold Guardians stand in the way of our hero to test them before they can continue moving forward towards their goal.
Who would cross the bridge of death must answer me these questions 3.
They might test their preparedness in a direct confrontation, or test their resolve by undermining their confidence.
I don't want you scaring off the coolest girl at my party, Scott. We all know you're a total lady killer wannabe jerky jerk.
It's completely untrue.
Or their intellect with a puzzle or riddle.
Okay, let's handle this thing logically. What exactly have you sworn?
I have sworn with my lifeblood. No one shall pass this way without my permission.
Well, may we have your permission?
Didymus is stunned. Hoggle and Ludo barely breathe.
Yes?
But these aren't usually the main villain or antagonist, and don't need to be bad or evil at all.
I want to play in the plaza, like De La Cruz. Can I still sign up?
You got an instrument?
No, but if I can borrow a guitar.
Musicians gotta bring their own instruments. You'll find a guitar kit. I'll put you on the list.
In fact, they often turn out to be a character that helps our hero on their journey. The ally is more of a category of archetypes than any single one. They're any character that fights alongside the hero to help them toward their goal.
I'm here to help you. I promised Gandalf that I would.
But they're also a great sounding board for your hero to organically express their inner thoughts.
What?
Well, why rock the boat is what I'm thinking. I mean, things are going well. You start putting labels on it, that's like the kiss of death. It's like saying, I love you.
And perfect characters to ask questions on behalf of the audience.
Will somebody please explain to me what these magic numbers are?
It's an Ottendorf cipher.
That's right.
Oh, okay. What's an Ottendorf cipher?
They're just codes.
That is, assuming we can trust them. The Trickster is a mischievous, disruptive force, happy to challenge or disobey rules and traditions, often mocking authority and encouraging chaos. Fred and George appear high above the chaos on their broomsticks, tossing enchanted fireworks. In this role, they commonly serve as the comic relief of the story.
One question about your business, boy. There's no use going. Just go. How far are you willing to go to save her? I'd die for her. Oh, good. Now where is he?
And can use this humor to point out greater truths and explore ideas too difficult to discuss directly.
You know, outside, you're amazing. But inside, you're ugly.
We all are. We all are! Except for him. He's ugly on the outside, too.
Often subverting the beliefs that might otherwise harm our hero.
That's a funny thing to promise.
What?
Well, you can't never let anything happen to him. Then nothing would ever happen to him. Not much fun for little Harpo.
There's a saying that only a jester can speak truth to the king, and the Trickster often serves the same role for the characters in our stories.
By Freya you slander your lord and mistress.
Release you, brother. 'Tis but a jest. A jest. Hamir keeps a foul tongue, yet I keep him as a deep sworn friend.
All to better prepare them for an encounter with the antagonist. The shadow functions as the dramatic challenge to the hero, the antagonist.
Now what do you want? I want the throne.
They may take the form of a villain in direct conflict with the protagonist.
These humans you've adopted, I will take them all from you one by one.
You're a monster, Zod. And I'm gonna stop you.
And can often represent our hero's greatest fears about the world or themselves, their dark side.
I am a shadowy reflection of you. It'll take only a nudge to make you like me, to push you out of the light.
And sometimes, the hero is their own worst enemy, and a part of them serves as the primary antagonist to their own dramatic goal, like self-doubt getting in the way of accomplishing a dream.
Maybe I'm one of those people that has always wanted to do it, but it's like a pipe dream for me, you know? And then you set it, you change your dreams, and then you grow up.
Or a battle with an illness.
I just want it to be over. I'm so fucking tired of being sick.
Which can sometimes make it hard to know which character is playing which role. The Shapeshifter is a character that changes or shifts form, identity, or loyalty to add suspense to the story as the hero struggles to determine who they can trust.
Where are those keys, Rose?
She drops the act and holds up the keys.
You know I can't give you the keys, right, babe?
This change can be a physical transformation.
Get out of the way, John! Shoot!
John dives aside. Sarah fires the shotgun into the Sarah form. Boom. It staggers back. The Sarah form spins, changing into you-know-who. Or a possession, copy, or some form of mind or body control.
Somebody in this camp ain't what he appears to be. Right now, that may be one or two of us. By spring, it could be all of us.
So how do we know who's human? If I was an imitation, a perfect imitation, how would you know if it was really me?
Or as abstract as a character whose morals or allegiances change.
I was your only friend. Yet one friend.
Or at least seem to change from our hero's perspective.
Steve, what the hell are you doing?
Made a few plans of my own.
While the Shapeshifter is often revealed in pivotal moments like twists and betrayals that send the story in a new direction,
to fake a convincing murder, you have to have discipline.
They don't have to be. A character struggling between their forms can evoke the same suspense and questions of trust.
No. Master? Yes. Precious. False.
And that's the most important part. The Shapeshifter archetype is not the same thing as the shape-shifting ability. The archetype is functional. It must be a change that makes our hero reconsider their situation or relationship.
I know it was you, Fredo. You broke my heart.
Not just a character with the magical power to change form. In fact, rather than thinking of archetypes as standalone characters, Vogler encourages the reader to think of them in terms of function, or even as masks which a character might wear only when the story calls for it. A hero can also be a trickster.
What should we do next? Something good? Something bad? Bit of both?
We'll follow your lead, Star-Lord.
Bit of both.
A threshold guardian?
Now let me pass.
No.
Can be turned into an ally.
Tonight, I'll crash their party and serve warning that there are those who will fight to rid England of their tyranny.
Aye, good! We'll join you!
Even a mentor.
To manipulate the fears in others, you must first master your own. Are you ready to begin?
Can swap their mask for that of a shadow.
You are my greatest student. It should be you standing by my side, saving the world.
I'll be standing where I belong. Between you and the people of Gotham.
The functions may not even come from a character at all. A snowy mountain can serve the function of a threshold guardian.
Snow. It had to be snow.
A riddle, the trickster.
It's a riddle. Speak friend. And enter. What's the Elvish word for friend?
Melon.
The rock face divides in the middle and two great doors swing outwards. A natural disaster, the Herald.
We must be up inside the cyclone!
Archetypes might also be viewed as aspects of a hero's personality, or as possibilities for who they could become depending on the choices they make. The hero could learn and become enlightened.
Obi-Wan. Now that's a name I've not heard in a long time.
Or fail and become corrupted like the Shadow.
You were the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy the Sith, not join them!
They could turn from the conflict like a threshold guardian would turn the adventurer away.
So, what'll it be then? You can go back to your regular life and forget any of this ever happened? Or you can know the truth about the universe. The choice is now yours.
The first one, the high heel.
No. We'll do a redo. You're supposed to want to know.
I don't.
Or fight to forward their goal like the allies that aid them.
We have to stop the Kens. And you need to say all of those things to the other Barbies. That's the key.
They could bestow gifts and wisdom gained on their adventure.
My old sword, Sting. Here, take it.
Bilbo offers Sting to Frodo. Or use what they know to plot and covet.
And then we take it once they're dead.
They could warn the world of the conflict.
If this comet makes impact, it will have the power of a billion Hiroshima bombs.
Or play coy to better their own situation.
Listen, just tell us what's going on.
I got 3 scared kids at home. How about you just tell us something?
I understand. I wish I could share information.
We're people just like you. We deserve to know.
But there's nothing sacred about these 8 archetypes. They're the most commonly seen in film, but they aren't the only archetypes or even the best archetypes. There are also witches, gentle giants, Prince Charmings, and many more, each fitting uniquely into the structure of your screenplay. And if you want to see exactly how Vogler fits his 8 common archetypes into the 12-stage hero's journey, then you'll want to check out this video right here.